Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Toni and I'm a homeschooling mom to 4 kids. And we're gonna talk today about 3 secrets to get your kids excited to read. So if you ever struggle with getting your kids to read, getting them excited about it, and you wanna know what these 3 awesome secrets are that I have discovered that I just have to share with you, then stay tuned. The reason I'm sharing this with you guys is because my kids have been so excited to read. Even one of my girls who's really a reluctant reader, she reads really well, but she doesn't enjoy it. She'd much rather go play. She'd much rather go watch TV or do something else. And she never would choose to read in the past. And lately she's been choosing to read. And it is like, it makes the mama heart go pitter patter, you know, when your kid is choosing to read instead of doing other things. And I'm gonna share with you the 3 things that I have changed that have worked for us, that have gotten my kids to start loving reading. Okay, so the first one is, I talked about this a little bit in a video a couple months ago about incentives. So I kind of touched on it. Well, I'm gonna share with you how it's working. Incentives, having an incentive for your kids. So if you missed that video, I'll link that above. But what we did was I found these little cards. Now I found something pretty similar. I've had these for years. I found something pretty similar. It doesn't say books read list, but they're library cards like this. So I'll link them below in case you wanna do this too. But these are so cool. So it says books read list, and then it's got a spot for title, it's got a spot for pages, and then the date. Guess what? My reluctant reader filled up the whole front side of her card. This is their incentive. If they read, there's 8 spaces here on the front of their card. If they read 8 books that is an appropriate chapter book for their age, then they get to pick out a book from thriftbooks.com. This is not a sponsored video. Thrift Books is super easy, free shipping, and their books are very affordable. They're like, I don't know, most of them were around $4 is the average. So she just got to go on there last night. She was so excited to finish her last spot so that she could go on there and order the book that she wanted. So what I did was on there, instead of saying 1 book, I was like, you know what? You have a $10 limit. So if you find a book that's like $8 and that's what you want, then that's what you can get. Or if you find 2 $4 books, then you can do that. So I gave them each a $10 limit. So my first 2 girls, they finished theirs pretty quickly. And they actually finished theirs a couple weeks ago and had their whole front side filled out. So they went on Thrift Books and they picked out their 2 books, they ordered them, and then they got them in the mail, and it was like Christmas. It made me so happy to see my kids so excited about getting books. So I think that is such an awesome reward. So my younger daughter now has caught up. She's got her whole front side of her card filled out, and she got to pick out her 2 books that was less than $10, free shipping, you can't beat that. So she's gonna be getting her package in the mail this week too. But it's just giving an incentive for doing something that they need to be doing anyway, but making it fun. It's just, it's working. It's amazing. So that is a huge incentive. And you know what? I'm doing it with them. And I have not filled up my card yet. I've only read 4 books. So I have not ordered, as tempting as it was for me to order, because I'm the mom, so I really could order a book if I really wanted to, but I'm trying to be fair, and until I fill up my card, I have not ordered a book yet either. But try that. Get some sort of little challenge. If you don't want to order, if you don't want to get these cards, that's fine, but get something where you say, hey, if you read this many books, you get this, and you get, I think choosing, being able to go on Amazon if you want or whatever, but I think being able to choose a book and having it mailed to you is just so exciting. And then now they're excited to fill out the back side of the card. So once they fill out the back side of the card, then they get, you know, to pick out a book from Thrift Books again. So that is amazing and it's working. So try it. Trust me, please try it. Okay, so now I'm gonna share with you the second thing. The second thing is something that we tried the other day, and it was so fun. Okay, we used to have this day in school where it was a read-a-thon day, and we would bring our sleeping bags in and we'd bring books, and that's all we did. We laid on the classroom floor with our sleeping bags and we read all day, and that was so fun. I loved it. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of memories from my childhood because I have a really bad memory and I forget everything, but I do remember that. That was like a favorite time that they did that once a year. Well, I did that with my kids the other day. So what we did, this was a random Thursday night. I was trying to encourage them to finish reading, and I have been trying to finish reading. My oldest daughter and I are doing these what I read this month videos, and I wanted to get that ready to go out this week. So that should be out in the next couple days. But I needed to finish my book so I could be done too. So I was like, you know what? Why don't we do a read-a-thon? So I know it was a Thursday night and we had school the next day, but it's okay. I said, you guys can stay up as late as you want and read. And they were kind of like, what? They brought the couch cushions from downstairs and put them on the floor in their room and put all the pillows they could find on the floor, and it actually fit all four of us, me and all three of the girls. My husband tucked in my son, and so they were kind of out of the way and they weren't with us. It was just a girl thing. They had dumped all their candy out that they had from, what holiday did we have last? I don't know, whatever. Easter? No. Valentine's Day. They had dumped all the candy out. We made popcorn. I didn't let them have too much candy because I did want them to eventually go to bed, but it made it so fun. So we just sat there and we read for hours. Guess what? Each of my girls started and finished a chapter book that night, which I thought was amazing. So it was a handful of hours. I had told them they could stay up as late as they wanted, and then they kind of thought, and I was like, but you do have to do school the next day. Next time I'm gonna do it on a weekend so they could just stay up as late as they want. But they were like, how about we make a cutoff of midnight? So I was like, okay, well, that's good. So we sat and we read, and reading can make you tired. So I didn't think they were gonna last like all night anyway, but they lasted like three and a half hours, something like that. And they each finished their book. They each started a new book. So it was really fun. I am a little bit slower of a reader, and I wasn't able to finish my book, but I got like halfway through. So it was very fun, and it was just a bonding thing. That's something they're going to remember. So do a read-a-thon with them. Make sure you include junk food. You've got to have junk food, right? Make sure you have popcorn and something cozy. A cozy place in your jammies, whether you want to be in the living room or in, like we did, in their bedroom with a bunch of couch cushions. Make it fun. But if you make it fun and you're involved and it's not just them, it can be so fun. I'm just really excited. I love this, and I want this to be something that we do regularly. And they were excited to read. Now the last thing, let me share the last thing with you. The last thing that I think is really the most important thing is they need to see you reading with them. Over the years, I do enjoy reading a lot. But as a busy mom, as a homeschool mom, it's hard to find time. If you ever actually get to sit down, and you're not doing anything, there's nothing to do, which is very rare. It's kind of, sometimes I'm like, oh, do I want to read, or do I want to just veg out and watch something? And a lot of times I pick that instead. So they've got to see you reading. They've got to see you reading. If mom never reads and they never see her reading in her free time, but mom is always like, read your book. Hey, you need to read. Why don't you read instead of watching TV? And mom's sitting there on her phone. That is not going to work. So make sure they see you reading in your free time when dinner's cooking. Instead of pulling out your phone and scrolling on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, make sure you pick up your book and they see you reading, because it really is an encouragement. Nobody likes to diet alone. Nobody likes to work out alone. Well, nobody likes to read alone. Well, I mean, I like reading alone, but you don't want to be the only person in your family reading, if that makes sense, especially for kids. So make sure, if you are not a big reader, make the time to do it so your kids can see that you're making it a priority, and then they can make it a priority too. It has really been a big change in our family. I'm hoping to get my husband on board because he's not a big reader. He likes to read nonfiction. He is not a fiction reader. He finds that a waste of time. I love fiction. I love nonfiction too, but I love fiction. I just think it's fun. And, the girls and I have had so many conversations about how it's just like when we were doing the read-a-thon, they were like, you know what? I actually like this more than a movie sometimes. I don't remember which one of my girls said this, but she was like, it's like you're in the story, where when you're watching the movie, you're like sitting there and you're watching the movie and you're just watching it. You're in the audience. But when you're reading it, it's like you're part of the story. And I love hearing them say that, and it just was awesome. I love that these three really simple things gave excitement. It pumped up the excitement for reading in our family. And I'm telling you, that is a homeschool mom's dream. Really, it's a mom's dream. Every mom wants their kids to read. Do this stuff with you. You don't have to homeschool to be able to do this stuff either. These are easy things that any mom can do on the weekend, or they can see you reading in your free time. So really, it doesn't matter if you homeschool or not. This will be a big encouragement for your kids to get excited about reading, because we all want to have readers, right? We all want to have kids that love reading and are not dreading it, every time mom says you need to go read your book or whatever. So those are my 3 tips. I just wanted to do this quick and share with you guys what is working for us. It's been awesome. I am excited. Can you tell? I haven't even had caffeine yet today, but I'm excited to share this with you guys because it's really been fun. It's really been exciting. And just seeing a kid that doesn't love to read, loving reading is just the best. It's the best. All right, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being here, and keep your eye out. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so that you can catch our what we read this month, because my daughter, she reads really fast, so she's got a ton to share, and I have a couple to share. But I'm really excited to share what we read this month, so make sure you're subscribed and you click that notification bell so you're notified when that video does come out. It'll be one day this week. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. That is always a big encouragement. It's like a hug to me from you. So thanks, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.